Hey everyone, thank you for listening to another episode of Spoiler Force Podcast. You can find more episodes on any podcasting platform such as Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure to follow Spoiler Force Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch.
This is Mark Whitten, and you're listening to Spoiler Force Podcast. Set your heart ablaze.
This is a FlowGasm Beats production.
We are live.
Let's go.
We are live.
What's good? What's good?
Episode 100 of Spoiler Force Podcast, man. The big 100 right here. I got Kuelio IceCold and
Let's
DC
go.
Reacts with me on this episode, man. Thank you guys so much for being on this milestone for me. And and thank you to everyone who's joining in. That's live right now on Facebook. I was going to stream on other platforms too, but where I'm at, I want to play it safe and just do it on Facebook. If you are missing out on this episode, you can listen to the audio version or watch it on YouTube in the next couple of days or so once I get that all edited and whatnot. But thank you to everyone who's been on this journey with me on this podcasting, watching all the episodes and listening to all my episodes and whatnot. Want to shout out to my boy Andrew for helping me with this whole podcasting stuff from the beginning. Shout out to Alex Herr, day one fan right there. He really wanted to catch this episode live, but I don't know if he's watching or not. But if you are, thank you for tuning in, man. But again, thank you to DC and Kuelio for doing this, man. I kind of just wanted to explain what happened so that fans don't get confused or whatnot. I had another guest set for this, but then due to like miscommunication and whatnot, these guys pulled through. And let's make this epic, man. Thank you guys.
Let's go, man. Thanks for having us.
What's good? What's good? Can y'all mic check everybody in?
Yeah, we're good. Mic check's good. I see DC with that Rode mic right there, all crispy.
Oh shit, sure. This is a shirt one. It's cool.
Sure.
It's not bad.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
okay.
My row
Nice.
one failed on me, so I had to. Man, I had all types of mics, bro. All types of mics that just didn't fit the system. But I guess I found my new running back right here.
I got the Yeti here, so it's working fine. She's doing her job.
Right on.
Yeah, so to just get things started here, man. DC brought this up in our chat on Instagram. What's happening with Spoiler Force, so that way fans don't get confused as well. I recently made a post about like taking a step back from just all the content creating and whatnot. Am I quitting? Not exactly, but I am taking a step back and pretty much after after this episode drops, and like I think there's 2 more, and then the rest of the year I'm taking time off just for myself for personal reasons and whatnot. But just to make that clear for fans as well, don't just stop there. There's tons of episodes, hundreds of hours to listen to of the content, and you can always check out FAX News and DC Reacts videos too if you guys ever want to just consume content. But that's what's been going on, man. It's been a pretty big life changing moment for me as well. For those of you who know what's happened this year, currently I'm in Oklahoma, if you did not know, which is why it's been like really tough doing the podcasting stuff. And if you know what's going on in the Hmong community when it comes to Oklahoma, that's exactly why I'm here.
Oh, does that explain your tan?
Yeah, that's explain.
Get your bread, man. Get your bread.
Yeah, ain't nobody hanging. Get paid. Yeah. Do what you got to do.
But 102 episodes, that's a lot. You've been going for like a good minute now, strong.
Yeah, it was pretty consistent, man. This year was tough. It was just really challenging trying to balance everything, and then working out here too. It's like I thought I could do it for a while, and then like just within the past month, just like from episodes 92 till now, it was a lot harder than I thought it'd be. So it's a tough challenge, but I think it's better for myself to kind of just take a step back from everything. But man, speaking of the content though, man, I'll start off with you, Kuelio. What I know you were doing the podcast thing too for a while there. What happened?
Funny thing, he was asking me about that. I was talking about that recently a few weeks ago, and people were always asking me, "What happened to FAX News? Y'all still doing it?" and they see us do our Wange and T shows and stuff. I think I've grown past the FAX news stuff now, man. Like that's dope. That's still me and everything, but just doing like live podcasts and live broadcasts and stuff like that. It's the whole team, everyone's going to their own different routes now. As y'all can see, Chin's doing his own music thing now, mainly. He's been putting out a lot of music out there for himself. Everyone else is busy with their own lives now. They're going their own separate ways. And I'm promoting my business now too, so I'm busy with that. And what really changed my mind about all that is like there was an episode when we was doing that live music review thing, and someone sent me a song, and I was like playing it, and I was like, this song is trash, bro. Like I don't like this song at all. And like I know the artist who sent it. I was like, yo, he's cool, he's straight. But then like at that point, in like that little second in my thought, I was like, yo, what am I doing? Like, why am I a yes man all of a sudden, like trying to like please people? Because like I guess like doing it for so long, being around so many different artists and meeting new people, like who am I to judge their content and music in their life, And it didn't feel right for me to say that, yo, this song is hot when deep down inside I know for sure it's not, and I would have told that person that it wasn't good, if they asked me how I felt about it. So at that point, I just felt like I was pleasing people, and there was a whole bunch of personal things I was going through too at that time, and I just I try to scramble everything, put it back together with the boys, but again, everyone's just going on their own paths now, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah, it's a big part of just like, I guess you could say, adulting and growing up.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
At that point, I just feel like I shouldn't even like. I'm not the person to be judging anybody's music anymore after just seeing how everyone is in life and stuff. But it was dope. Don't get me wrong. It was fun while it lasted, and I really felt the moment Trump got out of office, that's when FAX News ended, because I can't be wild and stupid anymore.
Y'all was doing y'all thing though. Y'all was doing that, and you guys was throwing parties. You know what I'm saying? You guys had guests on there in the studio, so that was pretty dope. Like it hella inspired me. Like, oh shit, like I need me a team and shit. Like, but that was dope, man. Like for real, you guys are basically the pioneers, how I see it, in this space when you guys started. You know what I mean?
For sure. But that's the best thing though, again, man. After the COVID thing, we're starting to do more shows now. I love that more than anything else right now. Because now I feel like I can we can put on a platform for ourselves and actually put artists that we fuck with and enjoy live and stuff, So that's the most fun, especially the traveling, just playing music for people again, just seeing the crowd and stuff. Like I never like going out in places and people like, oh, I know you're Coolio. I always kind of found that annoying. Like, yo, I'm just a regular dude, just like you. I'm just hanging out, man. I'm not no one special. So, yeah, I feel Eminem's the way I am now when he's like, I just want to use the bathroom, guys.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, we'll touch up on the traveling and the music in a bit later on in this episode. But DC, what have you been up to, man? I know that this year you had some big changes too. From not doing reactions to doing your self-help or life improvement stuff to meeting your dad, and then doing reactions again. So, kind of talk about what you've been going through this year.
Kind of just piggybacking off what Coolio was talking about, like, sometimes you just kind of just got to take a step back and what you're about to do, So, yeah, this is just exactly what I went through. Was I just got to the point in my life where hella shit was going on in my life, and then I just needed to take a step back, kind of bury myself a little bit, and come back out. And I feel more focused now, honestly, like being sober and shit. Like I haven't drank all year, haven't smoked all year, haven't done nothing all year, just been straight, So I feel like moving forward, my reactions are going to be more like again, like what Coolio just said, not just like a hype man type shit, like being really honest with it. So I think that's what you guys are going to get from me going forward. And definitely went through some shit, definitely went through some finding myself. And I think I find myself, man, just straight focus now, really.
Yeah, I think that's really cool to see how you've, I guess, because when you first said that you weren't going to do reactions anymore, I was kind of like, oh man, what's going to happen to DC's channel, And then just seeing like the whole self growth and how you've talked about your journey from being sober to talking about other things like when it comes to like cryptocurrency or other topics besides music, and then also trying to branch out outside of that. I think that was a great step for you in your content.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
No.
Like when I was watching some of my old episodes, I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm drunk as shit on these episodes." 'Cause every episode, I was slap drunk or drink before and drink at the time. I'm like, "This is embarrassing. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do this sober?" You know. And when I did that interview with Tommy, I didn't drink at all. It was just straight to the point, and I was just like, like bam, bam, bam. I was just coming off the wall, and like I felt we had a great conversation and stuff.
You know
And
what?
like,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
and like what DC's doing, that's fucking awesome because like it's like what you're doing right now. It's free game for people, And we talk about all the time with our peers and stuff, but a lot of people don't realize that like they're always like you can only do it was like where are all the reaction videos at? But you can only do reaction videos for so long to realize I gotta get out of this box,
Or it just gets repetitive where we're not seeing anything elevate this at all, like overall, you know what I'm saying? So that's just how I felt for a minute.
Mhm.
I still kind of feel like that right now.
Did you feel like that about your interviews too, DC? Because I know you stopped doing that too.
The thing is, honestly, bro, like interviews are hella fun. Like I love interacting with people in general, so they were super fun. But like, just to be honest, like since we're out here sober and shit, like some of these artists, they weren't trying to support me. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as I showed them love, I didn't get that back. So like that's when I kind of shied away from that shit. And I was like, you know what? Why am I over here putting my effort and time trying to do shit for people, but ain't nobody trying to show me love? You know what I'm saying? So that's when I kind of like, you know what? I'm really gonna just shy down on this shit. Just really do me for a minute. That's when again I went back into that self-finding and find myself where I want to go forward. And that's to answer your question about the interviews. But I do want to continue doing it moving forward though.
Are you planning to like do interviews with people not doing music? Like I know you did one with Orion. He's one of the
Oh
like,
yeah.
well, he's like a graphic designer for gaming or something like that.
Oh yeah,
So
he's my
that was like
nephew.
really,
Yep.
yeah, your nephew. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's doing something really outside the box. That's not really that you don't
Yeah.
really see a lot of Hmong folks doing, which I think that's really cool too to see that you were helping shed some light on that too in that field of work.
Most definitely, bro. That's one part of my thing going forward is my interviews. I really want to base it off of what's just people that I feel like needs some light on. You know what I'm saying? Like my nephew, like you just talked about. I just talked to somebody else I know from Sacramento. They're bully breeders. So I don't think that. I think that in the Hmong community, everybody talks about it, but not a lot of light is shine, on the hustle itself, the grind. So I think I want to cover that soon too. And I got a boy, he's a sheriff now, you know what I'm saying? So I want to cover his story from, poverty to where he's at now. We started filming that, but I don't know what happened. I think we lost the content to the interview itself. So the audio was cut. So we got to redo all that shit. But definitely want to add all that to my next videos moving forward.
So what about you, Coolio? Any new plans for yourself besides just doing the music stuff, or is that what you're focused on right now?
Right now, dude, I'm just like I'm all in my business, bro. Like my personal business, personal shameless tag. Check out Cool's Computers, the best
Plug
tech
it in,
shop,
plug it in.
best tech service in City Hall. But other than that, yeah, just that mainly. And anytime we can do any shows and stuff, I'm there. Fucking me and Shen, we're still a tag team. Like Gold Dust and Booker T. I'm Gold Dust, he's Book. Um, um, and yeah, we did our shows last weekend, 2 back-to-backs. That shit was awesome. We plan on doing something again in November. Mainly that's where it is, man. Like the idea of the podcast originally was just to get artists on to our platform, have like I guess you could say deep conversations, not even controversial, but like have a thoughtful conversation, just like with artists and viewers and people. And then once they come to our shows, it leads to that. Like, hey, I understand these people, I understand this artist more, I understand what they're all about. I fuck with their game and their ideologies and ideas. So it's more not like, hey, he's gonna appear like what DC. I guess what you're going at. Like, I could just use this guy and promote my brand, but it's more than promoting your brand. It's about actually knowing this dude, understanding him more, and fucking with him more and shit. You know?
Absolutely.
Can we swear?
Yeah, you can swear on here. I don't care. No, I just think it's cool, like what you guys are bringing up too, like the whole networking and whether you're working with artists or different people of doing like different works of like just whether you're podcasting or creating content or whatever. I think that whole networking aspect really, you know, that's what we're all trying to do here as content creators. And you know, it's not like it's a lot of it is give and take, which is the honest truth. It is give and take. Like if you're going to help support someone, then you got to help support their brand too. It's a lot of, you know, I guess you could say like it's just like word of mouth agreements and stuff like that. If people want to get like really, you know, professional about it, then we might have to start writing contracts and shit. But you know, that's a lot of time and effort, and to do that as well. So all we can do is just kind of like trust each other when it comes to just supporting each other's work and trying to grow all together and lift each other's content. You know. Yeah, so earlier you saw I for those who are watching, that was the link to Coolio's Cool's Computers right there, his business right there. So make sure you gotta check that out. Yeah, but you know, just since we're on the topic of like music and stuff like that too, you know, you guys brought up the whole events and stuff. I know DC, you did a video not too long ago covering the next couple events as well that's coming out this year. So Coolio, can you talk about like how
Super
I guess
love.
what's can you talk about like what's been going on during these events as well, like booking the guests and going to all these different venues?
Yeah, like our the last show we were supposed to do originally was back in March when COVID hit last year. And that again, that I guess everyone felt it. That shit killed all our momentum, you know. I was like, shoot. But I was just excited to start doing stuff again this summer, which was awesome. We did a gig out, I want to say it was August last month. That shit sold out. That was amazing, man. That one was fun. I think we had Chin, Kalia, and what's his name? My man's Nah on
The
that
Korean.
stuff. That shit was dope.
Did you guys have
So,
the Korean the who's it was it
Jay Fontaine, young
Jay
kid. He's
Fontaine?
cool as
Yeah, yeah,
fuck.
yeah, yeah. He's dope. He's dope.
That boy, yeah, he's dope, man. So that was fun. And then we did the State Fair this year too with Chin again, Clea, and just some of her people, which that was dope as hell. You know, just being on a larger stage that's not just purely, you know, our community Hmong people, you know. So that's fun. But the contract stuff and all that business stuff, I don't handle none of that stuff. That's not my business. My job is I'm out here to play music and show people good time. That's it. So whenever I go out like that to these shows, I don't even plan on getting drunk or talking to girls and stuff like that. To me, it's work. I'm there like jam. I gotta focus because I remember our first or second show. I got, again, I guess drink is an issue when I do these things. I got stupid slapped and I couldn't even play music. I couldn't even spin or nothing. That shit was embarrassing, bro. Yeah, I made a promise myself I can't do this anymore.
Now,
Especially
I got a
events like
question.
this.
I got a question for you, Coolio. You know, you guys will be out there in the
Yo.
events and stuff like that. How are they handling the pandemic, like the vaccinations, the screening? Like, how's that going on? Because I saw the videos. Everybody just in there, like jumping around with no mask or nothing. I know that masks it's up to you to wear or not, but I don't know how it is in your state. But like, how is that going down? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I probably
strict?
would. Is it strict?
Yeah. How Cali is over there?
What, Cali? I mean, it's starting to open up a little bit because the vaccinations and shit like that. But I don't really see too much like just hella crowded. You know what I mean? Like how like at a concert or a show or like a party like that. Like I don't see too much of that. But I just wanted to ask you how it was over there. How they running that?
Well, Wisconsin be stupid. They don't give a fuck out there.
Oh, it's just straight open, huh?
Yeah, Wisconsin, they don't give a fuck. Minnesota, once some people still wear masks and stuff. You know, like to me personally, I don't care what you do. If you believe in that stuff or not, you want to do it, go for it. But Minnesota, it's more like once the mandate was removed, everyone just went loose. You know, it was like a bunch of mice being trapped behind a wall. That's a terrible analogy, but like everyone at this point, honestly, I don't think people care anymore, man.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like that in Oklahoma too. Oklahoma's pretty wild. Yeah, people just roam around like as if the COVID, as if COVID never existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know, because honestly, I haven't been out too much this year because of all that shit. Because it's just a lot hella uncertainty, right?
Yeah. We
It's like
don't
we hear
know.
too much
No one
shit. Yeah,
fucking
you just
knows.
don't know. You just don't know. So me having kids and shit, like I'm pretty sure you guys don't have kids, but me having kids, like I'm just gotta play safe on my end by not going out. So that's why I just wanted to ask. Like that shit look popping and shit, but damn, I just it was just a good sight to see like everybody just enjoying themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that I think like when it finally ended, it was like really good morale for everybody. Just
Coolio froze on us. Did he freeze
we
on
good?
us?
No, yeah, we're good. Now I can hear you now.
We can hear you, but your visuals
Yo.
froze.
Rick,
Yep, I can hear you.
DC, y'all hear me?
We can hear
Yeah,
you,
we
but
can hear you, but the visuals are not
the
there.
visual is frozen. There you go.
What's going on?
Hello.
I think we're good right now. Yeah, you were saying
Mic
about
check.
the whole.
We good?
Yeah, you're good. You were saying
Okay,
about
cool. It's a little muffled.
how folks were like, they just.
What about vaccinations, Rick? Are you guys vaccinated and shit like that, or do you guys believe in that, or like I have nothing against it, but we could talk about that real quick if you want to, or you want to move on.
Yeah, we can. Well, I'm currently fully vaccinated. I got vaccinated. I think about maybe February or March after after my dad passed. So my mom was like really on that for us. I got vaccinated. I got Pfizer. I think that's what it was. Pfizer. No, I got Moderna. I got Moderna.
Sorry
That's
about
what
the
I got.
loss of your father, man.
Thank you, man.
Did you
Yeah, man.
from COVID or what?
Yeah, it was COVID related.
Related.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly COVID. There was complications, but COVID was like the catalyst for it.
Right.
But so my mom was like, make sure you guys all get your shots and stay healthy and wear masks and stuff. And that's what I was saying. Like Oklahoma's wild, dude. Like coming from Michigan and then going to Oklahoma, like folks here, like it's a lot of white folks here too. So like they just walk around and no masks and like the whole 6 feet apart thing that don't exist. But then they still give us like kind of dirty looks until we start speaking English to them, and they're like, oh shit, okay, they're not like foreign, like they
Foreign.
So what's
But-
your take on it? Like, what's your take on the whole thing, like the vaccinations and everything like that?
I mean, I got nothing against it. I feel like if folks want to get their shots, then that's your choice, But the whole preaching shit is what I don't like. Whether you believe it or don't, like don't know. I say it. I see like don't preach that shit to me. I don't. If I got it just for the sake of my mom.
COVID not
So-
real, like Kyrie said.
Yeah, so whether you believe it or not, it's on you.
Mhm.
But I think for me, I do believe that COVID's real, but I don't believe that you should be mandated for a shot. I don't
Or
think
forced,
that's
yeah.
I don't think that's something.
We shouldn't be forced for, it's everyone's choice, who am I to, again, judge you for doing that again, but it's the preachy motherfuckers that be the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't want to be trying to divide everybody up and shit.
Mhm.
Like you don't need none of that shit.
yeah. So when I see like a lot of these Hmong events too, it's just like it's really cool. I think it looks really fun. But for myself, I just feel like I would have to, if I ever attend events like that, I would definitely mask up and just to be safe. You never know who's got it, man. Especially with all these variants and shit, like all Delta, and then there's a new one that's like out there dropping out like mixtapes. Yeah, they're like dropping like mixtapes.
You just don't know. You really don't know. Just so much uncertainty out there. Like all the media is showing you all types of shit. Like you really don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. So it's either you believe it or don't, and it's either you risk it or not. That's up to you. Like what you just said, Ricky. Like, all right, this is how I see it. But I totally get it, man. Totally get it.
I just feel like a lot of folks, instead of being so like afraid to like, Joe Rogan says it a lot on his podcast, man. Like he preaches about like, instead of being worried about the whole pandemic, worry about your health. Take care of yourself, exercise, eat clean, take your vitamins and whatnot. Because honestly, that's what helped me when I had COVID. I took a lot of vitamins before I had COVID. So I kicked it within 3 days.
Yeah.
Really, it's been like that forever now. Just wash your hands after you use the
Yeah.
bathroom, man. Yeah, that's really
Listen,
you learn that
there
when
are
you're
some
kid.
dirty people out there, man.
That motherfucker's
There,
nasty. Wash your hands, bro.
there are dirty people out there, and you can't even trust where you're eating at anymore because if you think about it, like who's really washing the silverware you're using after somebody else? You feel me? Like at a restaurant, you really want to think about. You really want to go deep into this. Who's eating in front of you before you with the silverware you just used, and who washed it? Like, did they even sterilize? Did they even wash it correctly? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So this all this shit comes to play, and it could easily, I could see easily anything get passed along the way. Simply, like, it, I don't know, man. This whole pandemic thing changed the lives of everybody.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely.
so,
I don't think things are ever going to be normal again. As normal as you try to make things here in the States, and like especially when it comes to traveling, you know, the whole like you gotta have your like I don't know if it's legit yet, but the whole like having clearance on your license or some shit like that to show that oh I'm I have my shots and whatnot. I don't think that this is just my opinion. I feel like I don't think you have to prove that you're like have your shots and stuff to make your living still. You know, that shouldn't affect the way how you provide your money, how you or have your work and whatnot. And because that right there is already causing a lot of divisions too. Like people are like, oh my god, you don't have your shots yet, and they start tripping. So it's a
Yeah,
lot of like
you're basically
minor
labeling
things.
people like how you're basically
Yeah,
labeling people. Bad example. It's like fucking if you don't got your shot card on you, we're gonna label you like Germans did Jews back then with the low tag. Like what the fuck?
I mean, look who's
divide.
like look who's the main person pushing this dividing and shit. Like I don't want to get political, but look at the president. He's on air saying like we are trying to protect us from them. Like he's really dividing the shit right down the middle. So it is becoming that way, and they're kind of like showing that shit in the media. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy
Whether you
out
buy it or not, that's all it is. But to
there.
me,
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. I'm just doing. I'm simply living. So
yeah,
if
that's
I
how
die, I
I see
die.
it. Exactly. Yeah. I think people need to just stop believing in everything. And like the news is super biased anyway. So like why are people believing this shit? It's just, when it comes down to it, it's just are you happy or can you if you're still alive, do something good and that's it. Treat people the way how you want to be treated. All those old sayings and shit, man. People are like losing that shit and are like just getting upset over or finding things to get upset about. That's how I see it.
I see Coolio with the Kanye. Is that a Kanye back there?
Yeah, that's Ye right there. That's my boy.
Man, I loved him when he first started, bro. I'm not hella into him now, but when he first started, I was all over Kanye, bro. Like I was like showing everybody this shit. Like, dude, this dude is tight. He's gonna be big, man. Like right when he first started coming out, you know what I mean? Them type of
I
years.
wasn't a big Kanye fan when he first
Really?
came out and shit. It wasn't until I was in college I started exploring more music, and I started like really listening to his shit. I was like, oh shit, this guy's really legit.
Yeah, he's pretty
Because
dope.
like my graph chart of how I analyze things especially for musicians, can you last 10 years consistently? And this motherfucker's always been top notch for the last 10 plus years. So some truth behind it.
Huh. Even Drake's ass got what the artist of the decade. Drake.
Yeah, right.
So
Consistency,
he's
man.
still going strong.
I feel so old when I hear like Drake getting that kind of award and stuff. Because I still remember like when people were like when Drake started popping off being solo and stuff, and people kind of just like forgot about his acting career, and then everyone brought that up, and then
Degrassi,
with
is that what it was?
yeah, and then like with Kanye, I remember when a lot of kids in high school when the College Dropout came out, and everyone loved that, and the whole his logo with that teddy bear, everyone was wearing shirts with that, and I still remember all of that. I wasn't a big Kanye fan, but I did like his music. But what I really liked was just like how blunt he was, during that time he was like, George Bush hates black people. Like when he said that on TV, like that was like, I respect that. I like that he's really just upfront with who he is.
Yeah.
I realized.
Speaking of Kanye, go ahead, Coolio.
Well, yeah, I realized I was old when I was training some of my teenage employees back then, and he was playing J. Cole, and he was like, "Cool, do you listen to J. Cole?" Do I listen to J. Cole, man? I knew when J. Cole started. And I thought to myself,
Yeah.
like, oh, that was like 12 years ago. I was a kid. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like these
I
kids
remember
are
that.
like these teenagers, my employees at the time, they were born after 9/11. So I was like, yo, what the fuck? That's kind of mind fucking. No, I am old shit.
For reals. J. Cole, man. Remember that song? Have you ever heard the song Hold It Down, J. Cole?
That was
Hold
on
It
his first
Down.
mixtape. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, that was the one that really got me on him and shit. Like, oh shit, this dude dope. But yeah, what you got going on, Ricky, coming up after all this?
You mean like after this whole like break stuff, or
Yeah, like how
just
long you go on a
The
break?
gold
Like, what's your
rush.
plans?
The
Because I
gold
know
rush.
that you the go. Because I know that you accumulated like hella guesses on your shit, like 100 episodes. That's hella fucking episodes.
yeah.
And you even had like celebrities on there. Like that was dope, man. Like you was pumping this shit hella hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I say on my post on like on my social media like pretty much for the rest of this year and maybe more, but I don't know. We'll never know. Maybe in December, if I ever feel like coming back and doing an episode or something, I'll probably pump up something. But yeah, getting all like these voice actors and you know, recently talking to Greg Sestero, the author for the Disaster Artist, and like just meeting people online really. And I still surprise myself to this day too. Like when I get like emails or respond backs from like all these other like content creators, I still kind of in a way like geek out, like holy shit, like this is actually happening. You know, I still don't really believe that like people are responding to my emails or to my messages. And you know, I think there was one that the one of my episodes that recently reached 1,000 views with Ann Yatko. That one was probably one of my favorite ones. You know, she was an up and coming voice actress too, and now she's like, she recently got a role in the game Genshin Impact, which is like an RPG type game. And you know that was a big deal because the character that she played was a one of the 5-star top tier characters that you can get, and so people love that. And then you know, just being in the whole like talking about like, anime and all that stuff, all the geeky stuff, you know, it kind of just really um, brought me back to like why I liked doing podcasting. But I think just I think it's you can say it's a little bit of a little bit of a burnout as well, like why I'm taking a break. But it just I think I bit off more than I can chew when it comes to like editing and doing all this by
Yeah.
myself. You know, it's like you know with Coolio and being with Wayne and seeing all the facts guys, like I wish I had a team like that. You know, it'd be really cool to have a team to be able to like lighten the load and to just, you know, you have one thing, you do that, and then someone else does another thing. But when I'm like hosting, producing, sending out emails, editing, you know, all that shit, and then along with like real life work too behind the scenes, it's like a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Now I don't know too much about your niche or you know the area you in, but I mean I know a little bit. Like I watched some of it, but is it crowded? Is it a crowded space? You know, in the podcast for what you do, like anime and stuff like that.
I don't think so. I mean, there's tons of podcasters.
About the same
My
stuff.
goal, yeah, you know, like just talking about nerdy topics like pop culture and stuff like that. There's different varieties. Some people just strictly touch up on comic books or do reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just do movies. But I think for me, like I was finding my area, like trying to find my audience or community. And I think anime was probably the easiest way for me to reach out to more people because of the whole like recently Otaku Detroit, which is a store I help promote too on my podcast. Like, you know, they work with me from time to time. And so I kind of like lean that way since there was more people into that versus like doing the whole reviews and stuff. I still get people like sending me like comments or like emails like, oh, why aren't you reviewing no more? Or why aren't you doing this? You know, and like, you know, what happened to all your interviews and stuff like that. So it's a mixed message of everything, but it's just like whatever comes first. So I'm
That one
not
world
trying to like
too divided.
yeah, I'm just like whatever comes first. I'm not trying to like spread out too much and really be like stressed out and whatnot. There's like
Yeah.
because like I'm even trying to reach out to like guests that have nothing to do with pop culture. You know, that I'm trying to talk to people that are like, I had Orion on my list eventually that I wanted to reach out to because he does all the gaming stuff. But like I haven't really talked to anyone who's in the production or like the like building the world of gaming and stuff like that. I haven't talked to anyone who does that. So that's something that's a little bit different too.
Speaking of Orion, man, he just broke some news to me yesterday, 2 days ago, that he got signed with man, I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about this, but he got
Oh,
signed
if
with
it's NDAs, then don't do it. It's probably
but
it's probably an NDA thing, so don't do it. I don't do
but
not risk
nah, okay, so
it.
yeah, dude's gonna be getting like about he got a good gig, man. He got pulled in a big company, you know the company, you know what I'm saying? Getting paid over 90 a year, you know. So that dude just doing what he do. So that's pretty dope, man. That's pretty dope. Congratulations to him. I'm super proud of him. And
Yeah,
glad that
congrats to Orion, man.
That's
glad that
dope.
he's
You know,
doing big things for himself, you know. What's going on, Austin?
sup Austin, sup James and
Ja-
Chip. Thank you guys for joining
James,
in.
what's going
Oh,
on?
the boys.
Yeah, and shout out to James too, man. James was the guy who made this banner for me, man. Shout out to him and his company Octo Prince. I think that's right. Forgive me if it's wrong, but yeah, y'all can check out all that stuff too on the Facebook page. But you know, speaking of like just guys, people.
That's you so funny, Jay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
doing print work now. He does like printing for like for brands and stuff like that. I think he recently just did one for like restaurants and stuff like the whole um I don't know what the right word is, but like just the fonts and stuff, like to put up labels and stuff like that. He recently did that. Shout out to my cousin Micah for joining. Thank you, Micah, for tuning in, man.
What's
But you know,
good, Michael?
Mike.
just picking back up for what you're saying, DC, about the whole like, the whole seeing different people doing different things and stuff like that. You know, recently there was a Hmong girl too that was like signed with the all female gaming team. Rachel Hang, I think that's her name, and I think that was really cool too. Yeah, I love seeing like Hmong brothers and sisters like getting the spotlight when they're doing things that were like not achievable. Like who would have ever thought like
Right.
we'd see a Hmong person getting paid or being drafted to a team playing video games and shit like that. You know,
Yeah.
that's a big step for us.
Hell
And
yeah.
there's also like the Aiden Thao, I think that's his name. Aiden Thao. He's like the motorcyclist. He's about to,
Oh, yeah.
I think he's professional already, but he's a young kid that's up and coming too. And like with Sunisa Lee opening doors for everyone, like, oh man, Hmong kids have like a knack for this. Like we can actually do something that's not related to being like a doctor or a lawyer or engineer. Like we can break the mold when it comes to like making our own content or being like just independent, you know, just like doing things that we want to do, like chasing our dreams and shit.
I think it's awesome that you like now you could do anything you want now, because back then everyone just wanted to be like a pop star, or like or an athlete or some stupid shit. You could actually be a dope printer. You could be an awesome podcaster. You could be a gymnast. You could be a guy in the background who does the people in the background stuff. They do the most work and they could excel at it and be great at it. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But so many people are so focused on being the superstar and the rock star and the megastar and the front face that there's more ability and skills required and needed for these guys to even build themselves, which is awesome. Which we should focus on that more, you know.
And let's be real, man. Most people too, they start catching a little steam, I guess I was put it, and they start getting big headed too fast, bro. Like, to be honest. So I think that's what kind of makes some people fall off too. But going back to being a gymnast, like look at Suni, man. Damn, first one to meet Ellen, huh? The Hmong Community.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
First one to be
I
on
know.
the Ellen show.
I remember there was like an Asian kid meeting Ellen, but I don't think he was.
The little dancer kid. His name is Aiden too, right?
Was he Hmong? Or was he like?
I
Korean
think he is, huh? You remember Kuelio?
Who?
The Hmong kid, that dancer dude, the little kid that was used to be dude used to be like hella popping back in the days. I think he does like music now.
I know you're talking about.
I think his name is Aiden.
My mind, though.
I think his name is Aiden too. But I think he was
I know
also
you're talking
on
about,
the
the name slips my mind right now in my tongue. So
yeah.
No, but what Suni's doing though, man, like it really just showed like parents, your kids can achieve something. You know, like they don't have to be the stereotypical. You know,
Dad, maybe you're wrong.
Right?
I
you know,
could have been a great journalist. Dad, you're wrong.
Exactly, and we can, as long as we have like the right support, whether you want to, whether you want to be like a YouTuber or podcaster or whatever, I think with the right support, man, like a lot of these future, like the kids in the future, they can really excel at this stuff without having to worry about like, holy shit, what am I gonna do if I don't, if I don't please these old traditions or like meet the standards of what people want from me. And I think
Right.
that's really great to see like a lot of these Hmong kids doing things that we never thought that we'd see. I think there's a lot of talent in the Hmong community, man. I've talked about this before, man. Like, if I could, man, I want to like just talk to like Hmong people who are excelling at different things. Like, there was recently a Hmong guy that was fighting for MMA. Like, it was like the promotion was like LFA. I think his name's like but he's a Vang. He's a Vang. I forgot what his first name was. Damn, it's like slipping my mind. But he was like getting some spotlight too. And I was like, holy shit, dude! Like, because I think LFA is part of like the whole UFC umbrella. So it's really cool to see Hmong people doing sports like that. And I always thought that Hmong people would excel at like MMA when it comes to like the lighter weight classes versus like trying to be like a big heavy person.
Mhm.
I think Hmong people would excel at like the 125 class, 135, 145. And I think it's really cool to see that there's other talents out there that's not getting that spotlight.
Yeah, there's no limitations. You don't have to be a heavyweight. You could be Baltimore weight. That's perfectly fine in that department, Or
For
even
sure.
even if you don't excel as an athlete, you could be a great trainer or a
Exactly.
great under that branch or some shit like that,
Right. Look at Manny Pacquiao, bro. Dude, he just finally officially retired. But then this dude is not that big. Like he's not like a big ass athlete or nothing like that. But he's hella good at what he do. You know what
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean? So champion,
Man,
man.
you can aim for the stars, Manny Pacquiao, but it's okay to land on the moon, being someone less than that,
Yeah,
If you're lucky, man.
I think that's what a lot of folks are like getting misconstrued is like they want to be like the top dog or like the superstar. Like realistically, as a community, we're not there yet. So but it's a good way to just start shooting for that shit now because eventually
30 years.
someo's gonna make it out there. I think
Yeah, that's why looking at what Sonny did was fucking amazing, Like,
Yeah.
yo, like you fucking in the storyline too, how the media just fucking milks the shit out of it. Her dad went to the accident,
Yeah.
Simone, flopped, so she jumped in and won gold. The storyline just makes sense, and they're gonna push that shit. But just her identity as herself as a person, it's awesome that she did it, especially for our people. It's inspired to be like that, if not better and more.
For being in the United States, like 30, 40 years now, I mean, this progress, you know what I mean? It's not gonna happen overnight, but it's very, very promising to see, like what Ricky just said earlier too, like shit's happening, shit's happening, and it's dope. It's dope to witness this in our times. Like I said before, when we seen Suni out there in the Olympics, I was like, dude, this is a great time to witness a Hmong person in the Olympics. Like that shit was crazy, man. That shit was crazy.
The fact that she's even in the Olympics said enough already. Whether she won gold or not, like I was full support. Like
you don't have to win gold, but I would love you to win gold. But you won gold, oh shit,
Yeah, like you won already. You went to the Olympics. You won. You know,
you did it already. You did it already.
Like we're not riding our coattail or nothing. It's just great to see your own people do shit like that. Like I remember the first Hmong person, like just musically, was that what I thought was awesome was that one girl who was on Yellow Wolf's record. I forgot.
Oh, Mona Moore.
Yeah, Mona. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is dope. She's on she's on American record. It's selling the Billboard. That's fucking awesome.
I mean, Yellowwood, bro. Like, come on, that's huge.
Yeah. And even then, Yellow Wolf's not the greatest artist ever, but that's a start somewhere.
He has his own following though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's dope. I remember I was feeling proud as fuck too.
Like,
Mona Moore, oh shit, slap that shit all week and shit. Like, oh, let's go. But then she kind of disappeared, huh?
Who? What?
Mona, she kind of disappeared too, huh?
Yeah, this is like I want to say 15, 12 years ago now. The thing that pissed me off the most is that when that song came out, it came out the same time as Aston Martin Music, and they're just the same beat, really.
Oh yeah.
The producer was lazy as shit.
But that was pretty dope though. Just having her on the big song like that. That was a big song too.
I think it's great to see how we're as a community we're slowly like breaking these molds and traditions, and there was a lot of like I don't want to say backlash, but there's still some folks out there that was saying some really disrespectful shit too. Like I feel like as a community, this is like, I don't want to say like the whole "this is why we don't have a country" type shit, but like it's true. Like when we see someone like one of our own succeeding, like there's so many people that's like trying to tear them down and trying to say like, why aren't they doing this more, or why aren't they speaking Hmong more, like over some petty shit.
Yeah,
I feel like, man, like that's not the point, man. The point is like we're finally being noticed as people. Like I think Austin Thao said this before on this podcast too. He's like, we're a minority of minorities, man. Like no one knows who we are. When you look Hmong people, we're not even considered a part of the whole Asian branches, man. Like we're buried in that.
Now,
So,
did you see Kwan's video, Sergio Kwan's video about the Hmong gangs recently?
I saw you post something like that up, but I have not watched it
that's
yet.
the day you posted or something.
He did on Friday, but in there he even the way he talks like the Hmong like even look down on within other Asians. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, like that's how everybody kind of portrays the Hmong anyway. Like you said, minority within a minority.
We're the lower class Asians.
Damn. But man, we rise to Sunni.
I think of it like you see those memes where like they're like people on the pedestal and the guy with the medal, like, but he's not on first place. He's like third or fourth. Like that's us. Like we're like
we're coming up though. We're coming up.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah, but I think it's great though, man. Besides all the negative shit, man, I'm very proud to see a lot of these Hmong brothers and sisters succeed, man. It's truly something like I wish this happened when I was coming up, like in high school and throughout my teen years and shit like that. I always wanted to see like Hmong people be a part of like big projects like that, even like whether not even like in mainstream shit, like even on YouTube, dude. Like I always wanted to see like Hmong people be with like Wong Fu Productions, or like see a Hmong rapper be with the talents of like Dumbfounded and Timothy Delgado and all those people when they were doing the whole Asian YouTube thing. I have not seen a Hmong person in any of that shit, so I really wanted to see that, and now we're finally breaking those trends, which is really good.
What was awesome last weekend too is when Chin was MCing, he stopped the crowd for a bit. He was like, "Yo, remember like a few years ago, people were making fun of Hmong artists and rappers and stuff, comparing them to other people, saying they couldn't do this, couldn't do that. But look at us now. We're actually doing shit. People are fucking with our shit. Our sound is modern. We're making money doing this shit. It's not so funny anymore for these clowns out there making fun of us, and people enjoy it, So
yeah, for sure.
Anything's possible. Word to KG, man.
Want a simpler way to record both video and audio podcasts? Then sign up with StreamYard. StreamYard is the perfect program to create podcasts, host live streams, and even do video calls. There are many tools to help you create and design your own personal studio. You can screen share, read live comments, and stream to multiple destinations such as Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can also download your video and audio recordings after each session. Follow the link in the description, and once you sign up with the basic or pro plan, you'll earn a $10 credit to use for StreamYard. Do you want to start your own podcast? Then sign up with Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout has helped hundreds of thousands of users to begin their podcasting journey. With easy-to-use tools, you can effectively get your podcast onto many platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and more. You can view stats, create audio clips, and even have your own podcasting website. Buzzsprout also offers ideas, tips, tricks, and tutorials to help you improve your podcast. Follow the link below, and once you sign up, you'll get a $20 Amazon gift card. This will let Buzzsprout know that I sent you and also support Spoiler Force Podcast. Happy podcasting. If you're into anime, manga, or anything that's from Japan, Otaku Detroit is the place for you. Located at 513 West, 11 Mile Road in Madison Heights, Michigan, you can find a variety of manga books, anime figures, collectibles, posters, snacks, and even authentic items from Japan. Stop on by to see store owner Matt and let him know Spoiler Force sent you.
What's the next step for the Hmong music community? Like, what's gonna push this through? Kuelio, you tell me.
What's going on next, man? Like
who's gonna be? Okay, let's get this on record. Like, who do you think is gonna be the one that's gonna push through and make noise? Like the one in the community.
There isn't a one though. What I love about Sons of No Town so much is that they actually did the Hmong sound and made it modern with an American sound. That's what makes them so awesome to me. but I don't think there's anyone who could break that boundary, or that glass window and shit.
Yeah.
I would say not even Dick Riding. I'd say Cleo, because I feel she's the most talented one. She has the most mainstream pop artist appeal than anyone else. So I would say her. But other than that, I think you said recently too, a while ago, on one of your videos, there isn't a lot of like new Hmong artists like that who's consistently popping right now either. So it's hard. It's hard. There was a drought during COVID last year, and I felt like if you weren't doing anything at that time, you really don't care about your craft, because everyone had nothing but time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 2020 was like, I remember when everyone was like, 2020 is my year. 2020 is, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. COVID hit. All these artists that were like planning stuff gone. And a very select few like stay consistent, dropping singles or like doing collabs of what they can do. And it was, I was like really looking forward to seeing, like, I wonder, like, out of these group of Hmong artists, like who was going to stay consistent through like
right.
pandemic.
To be fair, entertainment was dead on all grounds, so
Yeah.
it was like near impossible to actually even do anything, especially shows and stuff. What again, doing podcasts is that's how most people survived. Finding other ways, other sources of content and shit.
David Yang has to be the one with the biggest following, right, in the Hmong community.
Yeah, he is.
He has to be, right. He has to be like the one
I
that
think he's close to like 150,000 YouTube subscribers, which is a lot.
Yeah,
I think
that's a lot.
For him, he's like very niche, but what makes him dope is that he's international, But I feel like that's kind of a ceiling, because his fan base is mainly Hmong, just Hmong people and stuff. So he's not really gonna break out into that American crowd unless they truly fuck with Hmong sound like that, which that could be done. This was Sito is number one.
He also has a little bit of baggage from like all the drama. I think that caused a lot of people to like turn their back on him a bit too, but still that shit don't overpower his following though. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's too big to lose.
He's too big. Yeah, he's up there. You know what I'm saying? In the Hmong community, like he has that title up there. Like he's probably the most popular Hmong artist. I would say
right now.
Yeah,
top
right
five.
now.
Yeah, like,
top five right now.
Like despite all the shit that he's gone through, is just like he can choose who he can work with. It's not like he's begging for people to work with. He can choose, like, oh, I want to work with this person. I want to work with this person. But when it comes to mainstream, I think either him or Kalia are more likely to work with someone that's more mainstream or outside of the Hmong community to make music and produce things with. But there's also like other artists out there too, like Amanda Yang. She's one of those that's like flying under the radar. She's like has like a bunch of other works with other artists outside of the community. I think she had like a big Spotify year or something like that. Like I forgot how many downloads she got, but she was like out there, but she wasn't getting any spotlight on that either. So I think there's a lot of artists, Hmong artists, that are like under the radar that we're not seeing, and I feel like maybe we might get someone that pops that's not someone we see on the internet.
I think another artist, Hmong artist too, like Kid Swami, he has so much potential.
I was actually gonna say that. I think Swami, he's got next, but he's like, he's got everything. He's got everything. He's got the voice and everything. He's just missing something to pop.
The thing, I think what I see is that like they get stuck to the same topic for a long time. You know what I mean? Like I think he's really good at what he do, but it's always like about, like if he's talking about a girl or a breakup, it's gonna be about that for a good minute.
I hate that shit. When he dropped like a whole year, he's dropping up with breakup music. Like, I can't stand this shit. I know he's doing this.
but he's super dope. Like you could tell he could gas on that shit. Like Swami's one of them dudes that could just gas. You know what I'm saying? Like he could just be like boom, 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 just going on. But yeah, and I think that he gets stuck inside the like the lovey-dovey, like the about the females for a little bit too long.
I get it. He's young. He's a young cat in his early 20s. We all go through that shit. So,
but I would definitely put him up there where like he has that opportunity to be one of them, the candidates.
FAX news.
FAX. I think I was agreeing with that for like I think a couple years ago too, saying Swami would be one of the few that would break out. But I think with our community, when it comes to like just supporting these artists, it's just like we're just waiting for the next thing to happen. I everyone honestly, but I think the one that's like hot right now, I don't agree with it, but the one that's like hot right now that everyone wants to work with is that Huab girl from Thailand or from Laos over there.
Oh, Huab.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
everyone like if she's on the track with someone, everyone's tuning into it. But it's just like
That's more niche crowd though. It's more mostly Hmong
yeah,
niche international stuff, Like
But
that's
she's
not
doing
gonna break the American crowd. That's what you want to do. I don't care about if Hmong people love my shit. I want white and black people love my shit.
yeah. Coolio's on point in this one. He's talking about how it's a niche crowd, like
yeah.
literally targeting the Hmong community only. And what she's doing in this space is she's working outside the box in this space. You get what I'm saying? Like she's spreading her legs and shit. Like she's doing things that will get the views. And then not just that, she shows what she's capable of in this niche in the Hmong community. So
Again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's like she's doing her thing. You feel me? So she's doing her thing, and that's why she's really popping in the Hmong community.
But do you think like with these Hmong artists, do you think they're trying to like pop like how K-pop is in the States? Because like out of nowhere, you had like BTS and Blackpink, they have their own audience in Korea and Asia, like they're international too, but they're now like coming to the States, and BTS just did like a live performance at the UN and shit, like, and they're not even like an American, artist and stuff.
Oh, they're so far ahead of us, man. It's crazy. I don't think we've ever reached that in our lifetime right now. Well, maybe, but
like you said, if Kalia and them stuck to the guns and they keep producing bangers, they're the ones that's probably up there that has the most potential, like potential though, for real. Like Kalia and them type. Like we see people pop up, surface, and they disappear, and there's some people that just stick around for a while, like David and them stick around. Kalia's been sticking around. Who else has been pretty?
As
KT, far as
he's been around for a minute too.
KT and them. Oh yeah, KT. Can't forget about KT.
But even then, like a lot of these guys, no offense to them, they're like musically they're low ceiling people. It's not to disrespect them. It's just like you gotta compare yourself to a Migos or a Drake. Like I'm not saying they're trash. I'm saying like you're not that level yet, and that's a really high bar. It's extremely high.
It is. It's like you gotta bring yourself into superstar status if you even want to compete in that level. But I don't know. We could go on and on about this forever. So
right. This is a very like broad topic when it comes to just like music and entertainment in general in the Hmong community. Like there's a lot of folks who want to do like acting and all of that stuff too. But I just feel like when it comes to break through and to find a really outstanding talent, man, like that is a hard thing
once
to
in a lifetime, once in a generation talent. Hey, it's okay. You don't have to be LeBron. You don't have to be Lil Wayne. You can be Skip Bayless. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Well, I talked about that in one of my previous videos too, was that I felt like our artists are not putting enough time to craft to really become like a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like there's always a lag to what they bring to the table. Like Coolio just said earlier, it's never enough to like push you and raise the bar with you next to like Migos or what he just said right there. Like when are we going to get that type of production? You feel me? Like that's what I'm waiting for.
Times are different now because you look in the 70s, like just a weird example. If you guys listen to them, Led Zeppelin, this rock band in the 70s and 60s, they never had a real hit. All they did was fucking tour, and they went fucking platinum off like tours and word of mouth. Nowadays, you have to stay consistent. We're in the microwave era of music. Spotify gives us free access and free will to everything. So it's hard to pop off when so many other flowers are popping out of the concrete too.
So much.
Yeah, like you can only keep up so much of it. But being among artists, it's a little easier, but at the same time, you gotta keep momentum going, dude. That's the thrill of it. You have to keep. Don't look at the side of who's beside you in that race. Just keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah,
it's a marathon. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Do you guys think like when it comes to just the Hmong community when it comes to like just making content, like pleasing or catering to what people want to listen to. I feel like that's a big part of it too. And I don't know. I think when you cater to a certain audience and just stick to that, it's never going to evolve because everyone wants the same repetitive type of shit. And then if someone puts out a new sound within our community, it's like right away off the bat, it's like, well, what the hell is this? It's not what we like. So I had a conversation with someone. They were like, why don't we have like someone that does like a Hmong version of Pink or something like that? Like a really rigid or like outside the box type of artist that's like singing about whatever, and that doesn't do like all that soft shit or like
It's
still
sad.
bring
The
like all the old
Japanese.
sounds and shit like that. There's still some artists out there today that still has like their camera quality and everything is amazing, but when you hear their music, it's still like synthesizers and like old Hmong styled music. Like it doesn't, for me, it just doesn't match up. Like, why you have all this great quality, improve your audio quality too, like change up the music.
People like to target like depressing shit because it gets views, bro. It gets views. Like fucking, like, let's not lie. Let's keep it 100. Like, people go that route because that's what gets them views. Like, straight up. Like,
It's easy to
I'm not-
appeal to the Hmong people like that. Because
Yeah,
I was talking to my
exactly,
buddy
exactly.
last week. I was trying to create a Hmong playlist of just jams. And I was like, is there any? I thought to myself, there's no hip hop or even Hmong bangers. There's mostly like 80%, 90% of sad songs. I can't play this shit.
easy. It's easy to, you said it right there, man. It's easy to appeal to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what it is. There's not going to be a Hmong Pink, because that wouldn't like fit well with anybody. They'll be like,
Oh,
what the
dude,
fuck
yeah,
is
yeah,
this?
yeah. DC, going back to you were saying earlier, like it's you can't be out of the box or stunning and popping, especially for Hmong people, because like it's in our nature to understand being sad or depressed and or that why me feeling. I guess that's why I get what you're saying and doing with
These
the
are the why
videos.
me.
It's more it's uplifting, it's uplifting, it's positive. You gotta inspire. And
Right.
what should piss me off? This should piss me off one time. I was at my guy's house and his son drew him a little picture. His son's like 4 or 5 years old. And it's like, why would you draw this and give this to me? This looks stupid. I'm like, yo, this ain't stupid. This is a cool picture. It's a fucking kid. Like
Yeah.
you should uplift your kid, bro.
Yeah.
This is an awesome picture. It's he's a 4-year-old and his mind is still mush, but man, to him that's the coolest shit ever. So
Yeah.
we need to uplift each other more, or just be open to differences and changes and stuff like that instead of being so down on ourselves all the fucking time. That's going back to it again. That's the issue with Hmong music. It's all fucking sad and appeals people immensely.
I mean, look at that kid that came through rapping about like that gang life, right? He and then I reacted to it and I got all types of threats. You know what I'm saying? My DMs, my messages, like telling me to watch my back because I'm affiliated. If I react to his music, I'm part of them. Like, that was so immature, just on all levels, that like it got me so annoyed that I just took down a video. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm tired of getting messages saying that to watch my back at the new year. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I have to worry about this shit just being a content creator? Like, anybody could have did this video and nobody would say shit. Nobody would say shit. But just because I'm home, I had to deal with that. And it's not like I'm afraid. It's more of I got tired of it. I got annoyed of it. Like, I got annoyed by all these messages. Most of the time, just people saying, "What's up?" Like, "What's up, man?" Da da da. But when I
But the
start
thing
seeing,
is, like, who are these people that are still stuck in the in these old gangbang days, man? Like,
I mean,
that's
whatever,
just real, bro. That's just real,
right? Like,
look, no, hold on,
I think
Ricky.
it's safe to say, like, oh, go ahead.
Before you even go there, like, I respect their coach, the gang culture, whatever it is,
it's
right?
a legit culture.
It's there, but like, as far as like trying to shame somebody, just for nothing, like that to me is annoying and shit. Like, it's like, if you can't see anybody else doing something good for the community, like, why even speak at all? Like, why weren't they speaking before this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but whatever, what I'm saying? I just took it down. Like, I got annoyed by it. Now I understand that truth, there is truth behind the meaning of you can't see another person. And most Hmong, not all Hmong people, but some Hmong people can't see another Hmong person take a step forward. So there's truth behind that, and I experienced it firsthand, straight up.
I just think that's like really childish.
It is.
Because all you did was just react to a video. You weren't like,
Good.
you weren't trying to be affiliated, or like you weren't trying to like throw signs or anything like that. It's
mean,
strictly just watching a
bro.
video, and there's so much content that as a person that we all consume, that there are worse things out there that we watch and that we listen to, and you're gonna trip about just something about that was a little bit gang related. And I don't know. It just I'm not affiliated with any of that stuff. I just as a person looking outside in, it's just I found that to be really stupid to react that way towards someone who was just reacting to a video.
Straight up, man. Straight up. Like there's even some people saying that they wish that
Hey,
I would
y'all
have
good?
came to his. Yeah.
Y'all got
we're good.
issues?
No.
Somebody even said that they wish that I would have came to Wisconsin so that they could catch me slipping. Like, for what? Like, what have I done to offend you that bad? You know what I'm saying? Just because I reacted to a song, and then now all of a sudden I'm a target. Like, grow the fuck up, like, straight up. I just got tired of it, to be honest.
Yeah, the stupid shit happened last weekend at one of our shows on Friday. I think people seen the video that's circulating around. I'm not gonna tag it because I'm not one for violence, but it was a bunch of these guys, these gangbangers jumping the dude, and that should force our show to actually kind of like close early. But what was stupid about it is why would, like, I think it was like 6-8 of them. Why would y'all pay $20 each just to jump someone? You know, like y'all stupid, bro. Like. That's just stupid. But I get it. There's a culture behind it and everything. But it's just like, yo, y'all gotta take care of your shit. Get your shit together, bro. And thanks for your $20, guys. Y'all watching this. Appreciate your business.
Just, like pre-plan.
Ain't got nothing to do with that. Leave me out of this, please.
I like people are there to have fun and to be entertained, and to go there and just throw off everybody's vibe or like fun. Like, there's no purpose in that. What you did is not it's unless you're trying to get like some sort of viral video, but like it's stupid to go to an event, pay the event, like pay for the event, and then ruin the event for everyone else.
I get it, because like one time in high school, this is stupid to me. So I was in high school. I got into a fight with this kid in front of the college fair in the school. It was fucking embarrassing. So after what happened, me and him, we had to go apologize to all the colleges after the fight. It was embarrassing. And I thought to myself afterwards, like, yo, I'm a fucking dumbass. That was selfish as fuck of me to cause this scene. I wonder if the other guy thought the same thing too, but it was just fucking stupid to me. And it's shit like that made me realize I need to, like, it's sometimes it's not about me in these situations, I like, don't ruin it for everyone else. That's all.
Right.
But again,
exactly,
there's a culture behind it. I don't know what these people are doing. They look like some young cats. A lot of them are young cats. Maybe some old motherfuckers see it differently too, but I can't speak on their minds.
And yeah, that's one reason why I took down that video, because it's like, I'm not gonna give these dudes an opportunity to earn a stripe that didn't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, on me or whatever. So I was like, fuck, I get what you're saying, man. Don't ruin it just because you hate the other person. Like think beyond that. But when we gonna get out of that though? So when we gonna get out of that? That's the big question. Until then, I think we'll still be stuck in this bubble.
I think
low self-esteem, bro. It does that, man.
Just wait. It's a waiting game. We're just gonna wait out to see if that culture even continues on or whatnot. But I think until then, is just like, we just got to be careful too, like of what kind of, not for ourselves, but like just so that, like, I hate like treading on eggshells and shit. Like even on the podcast when I talk about like certain topics or talk about like something that's somewhat political, even I feel like, oh shit, maybe I said something that'll like trigger someone.
You about to get canceled,
right, dude? Like it like not even the whole gang shit, dude. Like, it's just like stupid shit, and people will find any reason on the internet to be upset. And I think that's what sucks, especially being like, when our community, we're not even that big and we're still trying to like cancel each other and shit like that. Like isn't it the goal to find someone that's going to succeed?
Not
But we're out here
everybody's that
canceling each other and shit.
like all
I was
said,
talking
it's
to my
a
guy who
balance.
owns a rest. I was talking to my guy who owns a restaurant and stuff. He was like, this lady got so furious at him because he forgot to put shrimp in her pho. And then he was like, this is she was like, basically, this is stupid. I want a refund. I'm gonna give you a 1-star review on Google. I was like, what the fuck? Human error. I
Yeah,
can put the shrimp in your pho, dude. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, that shit
everything's
happens, you know.
everything
Motherfuckers
gets
just want to be
threatened on
heard.
social media. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Acting
But
real
how long you
Karen
been
right
out in
now.
Arkansas? How is it in Arkansas? Do you see a lot of like Hmong activity out there too?
Well, I'm in Oklahoma, but I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
close.
Oklahoma,
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
but I'm pretty close to Arkansas. Though where I live is like right on the border of Oklahoma and Arkansas. But I know that there's gonna be like a Halloween event in Oklahoma City or Tulsa. I'm not gonna be there because I live way too far to go there. I think
Coolio, is that the
super.
one where Kalia come in?
Yeah,
He's got one
Kalia's-
there. I know SON's got one down there too on Halloween day. I
Surprise,
think. Yeah,
surprise
surprise.
too, huh?
Shouts to my buddy Dre. He's DJing over there. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's happening that weekend, Halloween weekend. I don't want to go to shows on Halloween. I want to turn up and dress like an idiot. So that's just
Want to enjoy yourself, huh?
hell yeah.
Are you gonna go to that David Yang concert that he's doing? I know he's hosting
Probably
one.
not. It looks dope though. Don't get me wrong. The lineup looks dope. But man, like when I do Halloween, I just want to dress up and just fucking get lit and just act a fool and shit.
Just enjoy yourself. It's the
Yeah,
Halloween.
I'm not going for music. I'm just doing my own thing tonight. That's all. That's me on Halloween. Man, I love Halloween. That's just me.
Did y'all see that? I think it was like a news article that was circulating at one point. They were like, people are gonna put candy with THC in it and then give it to kids. And the comments were like, no one in their right mind's
Bro.
gonna do that because that shit's mad expensive.
For real.
That's been like a scare ever since I was a kid. Like don't take fruits, just take candy. Always be careful. Double check your candy. See if someone put shit in it. It's always that scare's always been around. But who the fuck will waste THC like that? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I've never experienced anything crazy like that, but like you say, it's always been a scare for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think like anthrax was the one that my parents were afraid of. Like
Through the mail.
Yeah, like in the mail and like even with Halloween and shit, like people like putting random shit in there. But I don't know. I think people just kind of overhype that shit because through all my years of trick or treating and experiencing like getting candy and stuff, I've never had that happen to me. So I've always felt like people were just trying to find a reason to scare people.
That happens every year, and with everything else on the
Yeah, it's
media.
very it's very selective. Like every now and then, who knows who's fucking the teacher? That shit happens every few months. There's a shooting every year at a school. That shit just happens. It's very sporadic, but when it does happen, people just put a giant microscope on it and shit. So,
well, they got to keep us.
It's a dangerous world.
They got to keep the sheep in the herd, right? So you kind of we talked about earlier, the media.
What do you think? It's like because we're consuming so much of that information, like you're being like as a person, you feel like you're kind of getting desensitized. Because I felt that way, and I'm gonna be honest, like the whole like when the whole Afghanistan thing was going on, and like people were comparing it to like how the Hmong people were fleeing in the 70s and shit. Like I honestly felt nothing because there was just so much content that was or so much news and information going on and circulating and just consuming all of that. I just had no more empathy. I like not to sound like I don't care, but it's just like I didn't feel anything anymore because there's just so much bad shit going on around the world. It was just like another thing. Like it was just something you saw on Facebook or on Instagram.
Like it's gonna pass in one of those.
It was like exactly.
I just learned to have context of situations you don't know about. That's how I get past everything. Like I don't get too excited about something that's crazy or overly hyped until I see context, more context about it and shit. I can see a 30-second video of like a nerdy dude getting beat up, but flip it around, give me some information, show me the first minute and the minute afterwards. Turns out the nerdy guy was the guy punking them. I don't know. It's a bad example again, but
No,
You,
but
you don't.
that's actually a pretty good example because people
You,
take things out of context all the time now. Like a 30-second clip can be either you think something's happening and it's not that.
mhm.
Shout out to What's in My Head podcast. Thank you, Julian, for joining, man. My boy Julian here. He's the reason why I talk to a lot of these voice actors, man. So thank you for joining, Julian.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
What's going on, King?
You guys got your own little community too, man. That's fire.
I'm trying to work with more podcasters too, man. There's so many out there, and like especially like on Instagram too. Like there's a lot of there's like a lot of Asians out there that's doing podcasting that I never knew, and hopefully I can try to collaborate with some of them. But I don't know. I think that kind of like that the podcast community is slowly coming up. That's going to be like the next wave of like I feel like the next wave of content creators and people talking about like just whatever. Oh shit! Shout out to Tony here. Thank you for watching, bro.
Bone. What's going on, man?
Bone the MC. It's good.
Shout out to Alex for joining in. Thank you for watching, bro.
Alex,
A1
what's
fan right
good?
here.
Alex always been a big supporter of all three of us, man. Like straight up.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alex.
Now,
He messaged me like the day of when I made the announcement. He's like, what time is it gonna be? I'm like, oh shit, I don't know. I had to like give him the specific time so he to know when to watch and stuff. Yeah, man. You know, just with everything that's been going on, man, I feel like a lot of us, or just in general, just people, just like we're consuming so much, you know, and I think it really feels like at times where it's just, you know, okay, what's the next thing? What's tomorrow going to be? You know, because it's something major or like international like that. It's just when I caught myself feeling like that, I'm like, holy shit, man! Like I really didn't feel a thing. It's just something you saw, and then like tomorrow it's the next thing. And I think information is just like traveling so fast, and unless there's like hype to it or like a lot of clout to it, then you know it's people are just gonna say what they feel and then move on.
Just like the stock market, right? Before it used to be like a big ass thing or something when it crashes, but now it's different. Like this new age of investors, man, it's so different now. It's like people are like, oh shit, once it crashes, I'm gonna buy. So it's weird now. So that shit won't never crash too.
yeah,
It's hella
the
weird,
Robin
bro.
Hood
Like,
shit and the whole fucking to the moon
So,
Dogecoin shit that changed everything, man.
yeah, dude, it's a whole trading is hella fucking different now, like crazy. But it's a good time to be it. Like Ricky just said, like it's just something that it's gonna pass through, and you see different as shit every day now. Every day, everything's changing.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah. A
changing.
significant moment in time is just a moment in time for us now. It's not as significant as it used to be. You know, it was just a
Speaking
Monday.
of right. Speaking of investing, are you guys investing in anything?
I'm invested in like TV shows, but not like actual stock market or anything like that. I never had.
I'm on Microsoft.
Yeah,
I would never
never
say
had
anything bad
any.
about Microsoft again. I'm invested in Microsoft. I'm telling you, buy it now. It's worth it.
Well, definitely Microsoft over Apple when it comes to like
Apple.
computers and shit. Right, I like PC more than
I like Apple more, but as a company, Microsoft, you can't go wrong.
I think those companies right there,
And,
they're always a safe bet to put your money in. You know what I mean?
And
It's like,
shout out to Disney. I can't stand Disney, but I'll never say anything bad about them again because they paid my rent last month.
Oh shit.
yeah. Those companies, man, they're like a good place to park their money. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it crashes, it still always comes back up and recovers, like those big ass companies and shit. But you know, us little people, we're always trying to hit the home run, something that's gonna bring gains and shit like that. You know, you guys invest? You guys into crypto at all?
No,
not yet. At this moment, right now, I haven't.
I know
jumped
so
into
many
crypto
people
at
that
all.
are. Yeah, I know people that are like doing crypto, like they're like super invested in it, and I hear like, you know, crypto being like the next way to make or to be used as currency now. Like when you travel and stuff, instead of like exchanging money, you could use crypto and stuff like that. Like how convenient crypto is getting, but I don't know, man. Like I never took the time to educate myself on any of that stuff, like whether it's crypto or to like the stock market. I never really like paid attention to it. I just know that people are doing it.
think it's very important to pay attention though, because we all obviously missed out on the internet state in the internet years. You know what I'm saying? When internet started booming, people was like, internet ain't gonna be nothing more than a printer. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what the hell is that? And like, nobody even, but the people that did believe in it, I
It
mean,
was the
come on,
future. It changed their lives, man.
they
It
changed
Yeah.
their
changed
lives. You know,
big
so
time.
this is definitely that type of technology, something to pay attention to. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't just avoid it. If you really want to invest in something that's gonna be like in the future, I would definitely look into it. That's just what I think.
I think like my only regret of not investing in anything was probably when UFC got bought. Before UFC got bought, I knew that company was gonna be something, but then no one believed me, and then next thing you know, they got bought out for like $4.5 billion or some shit like that. And I'm like, oh my god, I could have just invested in them. One of my biggest regrets ever.
Yeah, same
My
with
biggest
Netflix.
regret. My biggest regret is not believing in Terrence Mann.
Was that
You know what I'm talking about?
the basketball player?
Yeah, Terrence Mann. I missed out
Talking
on
about a
that.
basketball player, right? Or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, man. But as far as like technology, I would definitely. You too, Coolio. I was surprised that you guys ain't invested in any of that crypto shit.
No, I actually I never believed in it. My brother-in-law believes in it a lot. I should get more involved into it. Actually, I just don't have the
Definitely.
funds right now to actually jump into it.
Yeah,
Right now I'm all in on Microsoft. Other than that, I got a few in Disney. I sold some of that. I got rid of my Apple stuff because that shit was just too sluggish.
I think we're super early still. Anyway, you know what I mean? And,
mhm.
we were.
Oh yeah,
super
no,
early
yeah. We're in the
too.
early phases, dude. There's plenty of
Yeah.
time left. I don't see crypto popping off for another, I want to say 30 to 40 years. So that's just me though. But there's
But
still
it's picking
time.
up, man. Like if you just look at everything from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it has gone up only. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think
Mhm.
about that. If you zoom out, that shit has gone up. If you look at the close picture, like the day charts and the daily charts and weekly charts, of course you see it erratic. You know, it's up and down, and you get afraid of it. But if you really zoom out and look at like 3 years ago,
35.
like,
Yeah. I do that.
you
I
know
do
that
that
it's just
every.
going up. So you know that you just know that it's a good investment now for 10 years down the road. You're gonna be
Yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that
Everything
you
I
think
look at,
about.
I want to see how the candlesticks are moving. I want to see the whole distance of how I was looking the last 3-5 years.
Always,
And
man.
again, yeah, it's always been growing. So again, at the time, I'm not looking at it right now, but I will eventually. It's in my radar.
Right on. Cards, sports cards. You guys invest in anything like that? Weren't you doing it, Coolio, or was that Chan doing it?
Oh, I'm still doing it. We good?
Ricky?
Freezing up again? Okay, they're good.
No, I cards.
I just saw Rick stand still. I was like, what?
No, I was thinking. I was never into cards or anything like that, but like
Okay.
and something similar to that would be like comic books, collecting comic books and like shit, even Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Dude, I regret like getting rid of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man. Like who would have thought that like that shit would pop now? I never thought of that. I had some really
Crypto,
good cards too.
crypto.
Yeah, when I quit my job, I sold all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I was surprised. I made a killing off that shit. I was like, oh fuck.
Okay.
And then I invested everything to the sports cards on because I realized that growing up now, I just like sports a lot more now, you know. So my advice out there, any sports collectors, my project right now is Kevin Durant. Invest in Kevin Durant. He's so fucking cheap. He should not be this cheap.
That's true, but damn, this dude's always hurt. Like, have you seen all his cards, bro? He's just standing there with the ball, like literally,
Yeah. No, I'm talking about his rookie cards.
literally just standing there with the ball and shit.
Yeah,
all the time.
His cards are the worst though. Like come on, man, get a different stance, dude.
He's always just standing there with the ball. I think that's why he loses a lot of appeal too, because there's not really a lot of action to his cards. You know, people like to display shit. People want to display on their shit, and you know, I got a whole bunch of Kobe cards back here, but that's just because I've been lazy to change it out. But I have all my Kobe rookies right there. Like I invest in Kobe because, I mean, Mamba, you know, Mamba, Kobe.
That's not a question. It's Kobe.
It's Kobe. Not a question.
Not a question.
But yeah, Durant, I got a few of his cards tucked away, but I don't have hell of them though because it just never like I said, it never pops out to me.
Yeah. So yeah, my main guy right now is Kevin Durant, Tom Brady's for sure. I got a few Tom Brady's.
Man, Tom Brady.
So my thing is I'm just trying to get rid of everything. Just buy the goats. They're the safest bet.
Save his bet. That's like
Yeah.
at Microsoft and Apple. Microsoft and Apple, bro.
Yeah, buy the guys who are too big to fail. Buy the goats.
Like they're already there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
their stats already proven. You know, you can't never go wrong with Jordan. You can't never go wrong with LeBron cards, even though he has like up and down moments because because of the politics within the space. But like I invest in Iverson, you know, like Iverson don't get talked about much, but I know that this dude was like he had like a big ass following because of what he do, and like he never
Yeah,
got to
AI,
GOAT
yeah.
status, but
Sure.
because of what he's done and his fan base, like I hold like hella of his rookie cards, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's like invest safely. If you're gonna invest in sports cards, invest safely into stuff, people that NBA, players that are already GOATs, like you said. That's like a safest bet.
Or if you're just collecting for the hell of it, just get the shit you like, man. Because I got Ray Allen's, I got Kevin Garnett's, I got
Ray Allen.
not Penny. Who's that guy who's played for Charlotte and went to the Heat? This is in the 90s. I forgot his fucking
Charlotte?
name. Yeah, and then he went to the Heat. He was the center. He was a second team behind Shaq.
Alonzo?
Yeah,
Ball?
Lonzo. Yeah. When Chin gave me a box of random cards, I was like, "Holy shit! I have like 50 different rookie Alonzos." I PC Alonzo.
Alonzo for sure. Alonzo's a beast too back in the day. Shit.
Yeah, right. He was actually, and he got a chip with Miami with Wade in them. So good on him.
Now, are these cards like? Is it just based off like the players like, and their performances, or is it also like rarity of the card too?
All of it, huh?
Rarity is different. You know, that's when it gets more complex in explaining, especially with the rarities. More or not, it's me personally. I treat cards like stock. You know, it's just an alternative. Like if it's a player I like that thing's gonna boom, I invest in them. If it's not looking well, I get rid of them ASAP. For example, yeah, Terrence Mann. I never liked Terrence Mann with the Clippers. You know, I didn't believe in him. And the moment he blew up, oh my god. You know, so yeah, you treat it like a stock. Again, at the end of the day, what forces me to sell, I gotta remind myself, it's just cardboard. It's just cardboard. Get rid of it at the end of the day.
don't be attached to it too much.
Don't be attached to it. It's just cardboard.
Yeah.
I have to remind myself that.
I don't have that, man. I am terrible when it comes to collecting. Like, if I know I have something valuable, like I think of like, man, I went through all this effort to buy this. Like for my comic books, I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. I'm gonna bury that shit with me when I die. Like I went through all this time to invest in it, to buy it. I don't think I'll get rid of it. There's some that I've sold, but it's like when it comes to like sport, again with sports cards, like I don't know too much of the sports, so like it's just seeing how hot they are. And like my uncle took me to like some Walmarts here in Oklahoma and just seeing like how quickly these boxes are flying off the shelves. You know, people know like the shipping dates of trucks when they get to the store and all that stuff. Like, man, it's pretty crazy out there.
Before the pandemic, man, I used to be able to go to Target, stand there and just like, okay, fuck, and only buy like 2 little packs and go home, come back next day, and it'll still be there. And then after the pandemic, the boom of the sports cars, goodness, you can't find nothing. And now people are stabbing each other for it and shooting each other in the parking lot. And it's like,
bro, wasn't that Hmong people like doing that for Pokemon cards?
It would be Hmong people.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Put us on the map again.
That's why I really put the card game on hold, because I was hella heavy in the card game until 2020. Plus it started. Plus the card company started really trying to milk this era of new investors. So they started printing out like hella cards, and then now it's starting to go to like the rare ones are the ones that you want. You know what I mean? So
I don't even.
But anyways,
because of that shit, I don't even touch the new stuff anymore. I just touch.
I don't even touch it either. I don't even touch it either. I just been seeing tight.
It's like those Funko Pops, because it's so watered out now. Like there's so many coming out. People are buying it left and right. Like there's no more value in these new ones. I think DC, you talked about it in one of your videos too. Like you said, I don't know if it was in your videos, but you mentioned like the Zion card. like how
Oh, yeah.
that was being printed out so much and that there was
Yep.
really no value in that because everyone
Yep.
was getting it.
Everybody has a Zion. I have a few Zion rookie cards, you know. I just put it away, like just to have it. But like, I'm not hella big on dude because just because I he looks like a guy that could get injured hella easily, but just that he's super talented too, though. I just have it just to have it, just in case, you know, later on, like 10 years down the road, someone's if it still holds hella value, then you still have some behind you and shit. But yeah, exactly, dude. Like it's super printed and super saturated to me anyways. That's why I've been saying tight. I haven't been buying anything, only older shit if I do buy it. I've been more. That's why I've been more invested into like crypto and stocks, because it's like you can move around just within that space on the platforms. You know what I mean? You don't have to like ship it out, sell it, ship it out, find people to buy it. It's like if you want to sell your crypto, you want to sell your stock, you just sell it when it goes. You just go and just sell it, and it just wait, and then when it goes low, stock market goes low, you buy it again. It goes up, sell it. So that's basically it right there.
All right, so I'm bringing in one extra guest. This is not planned, but they reached out to me. So my boy Austin Thao from Platinum Podcast really wanted to jump on this one, talk to us too. So
For
here's
sure.
Austin.
What
Hey,
is
you
good,
joining, bro?
guys? How's
What's
it
going
going?
on, Austin?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Austin hasn't been
What's going on?
podcasting for a minute though, man. It's been
It's
a
been
while.
a minute,
Mhm.
guys. A little nervous. It's been a minute.
Thank you
How
for
you guys
joining,
doing?
man. I was surprised to see your message
Good.
there, man. I was like, let's do
Hey,
it. Let's just bring
I
you on.
appreciate you letting me on. I know it was really random, but
No, it's cool,
No,
man.
no.
We were just like, earlier we were just talking about like uplifting one another and supporting each other. This is how it should be, man. Like
right.
work together, and it doesn't matter who it is. I could just be willing to work with each other. And I think I think that's what really, I think for podcasting, really, I think that's what's like what makes that community stand out is like you could work with anyone without having to feel like I need to bring something to the table. It's just talking.
Right.
Not to bring down like the whole music thing again, but it's like when you're working with artists that does music, that you have to figure out like what's the sound that they have, or what's like what their writing style is. It's very in a way nitpicky, but with podcasting, it's just generally talking.
Pretty
There's
much.
not even that many people in this space in the Hmong community, anyways. Like as far as like male content creators and podcasting, like what we kind of do here, it's not that many anyway. It's just like what us four. Kuelio's kind of been like calming down from it too. So, and I think there's a few girls that do it, and then that's it. Is there anybody
There's like a
else you
few
guys?
groups. There's a few
What's
groups
that?
they really don't keep up with the content like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I
I
feel like
haven't
you do it
either,
successfully.
but
You have to drop at least a once a week or at least a couple times a month.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
hard, man. It's hard when you have a life to live too, and then like you don't see the growth that you actually hope to get. So that it is hard to maintain. You know what I mean?
hmm
It's super hard to maintain.
But I mean, I'm coming back real soon. I already got a guest lined up. It's gonna be a real good one. So
Okay, gonna
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I got paid like Joe Rogan, just talk bullshit.
For real,
Fuck.
man.
hey, one day,
It's
guys.
But the thing is, like, it's his guests too. Like, he brings on like people who will give him traction to
Undertaker,
watch his
fucking
podcast.
Dave Chappelle. That shit's crazy, bro. He the goat, man.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Kanye
Go.
West, like that one was
Yeah.
crazy.
But that episode, I was like mind blown, like just hearing Kanye talk, man. That guy is I've read this one comment on YouTube that like Kanye's so ahead of his time right now. Like when he's talking about something, he's not talking about it now. It's like 10 years down the line when you go back and listen to it, and it's like, oh, that's what he was talking about,
Yeah.
I think like his head, he just has so much shit going on in his thoughts, and he's like his examples are terrible, but then when you sit down and break down what he's saying, it makes sense and shit. He's got so much
Right.
going on in his head.
He explains one way like 15 different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's one route to it, but then he takes like 15 different routes to get to that one objective. So it's crazy.
His clothing line is crazy as well. Shit. His
Did
clothing
he
line
really
is
release
crazy.
like apocalyptic shoes with the rocks and shit? Is that really
Austin's the man for this one.
Apocalyptic shoes? I don't know about that, but I know he just came out with a few hoodies Gap because he's got a little deal with them. But other than that, I don't know. I've been out of the shoe game, guys. I don't know.
I think he dropped some shoes that look like the doo-doo emoji. That's what they were saying.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
They were the what were they? They were the Crocs. I know that he had the Crocs. He did some new Yeezys this week or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know. He drops a lot of stuff all the time. I know
Yeah,
that.
they
Yeah,
were-
the Crocs
yeah.
or not the Crocs or like the sandals. I know a lot of places were like copying that. I know Walmart even copied that.
Yeah, Walmart copied that shit.
Yeah.
He
But
stole them and
it's
shit. Low key, I was thinking
Yeah.
about buying some from Walmart too. I was like, oh,
I was
shit.
thinking about it too, man.
Oh shit. But yeah, what you been doing, Austin? What you been getting into and shit?
I got a new job. That's what kind of took me away for a little bit. But I mean, I finally got room in the back to kind of do live stuff and person to person because I know I like to have that person here. So I know, and I kind of live in nowhere, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. But
Are you still doing in-person interviews then? Is that what
yeah,
you're-
I'm probably still gonna start doing in-person video or podcast stuff. Most likely it's gonna be through Zoom again, like how I used to, but probably just hype it up a little bit more than how last time was. Up my production. I know I'm still saving up for more equipment, so
You better get Ricky to teach you how to do all this fancy shit right here.
yeah, I know.
this is strictly through a third party, so I think Austin has better editing software than I do. My editing software is just strictly through like the simple Windows video editor, like stock type shit. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't even use it up to its fullest potential. I just chop and put together the audio. So not even that much.
No, I fucking had it. I was using Final Cut Pro, and I was like, "Fuck, man, this shit cost me $300," and it's like I barely even use it and shit. I've been using fucking iMovie more because it's hella easy.
Yeah, same.
You
drag and drop.
Drag and drop hella quick because I don't do much anymore. You know what I mean? But I do
After a
like
while,
Ecamm Live though. Ecamm Live
After
is
a while,
pretty
I
dope.
was like, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do live. Fuck editing.
I was starting to get there, bro. I was starting to get there. Like, man, I fucking hate editing. I'm just gonna do it in one take. One take. One take this shit.
you ever
But-
thought about doing the live stuff again, DC?
Yeah, I thought about it. Again, like I said, I haven't been hearing anything that's making me like jump out of my seat like that. So a lot of shit's coming out, but it's nothing that, like, I don't know, man. Like, fuck, it's hard to explain if you just want to be
No
truthful.
more of those reviews anymore that like you did on Facebook. People can
I
send
mean,
you the
even
links.
even if I do it, bro, it's gonna be more straight to the point. Like,
Yeah.
like I feel like that now. I feel like I could just be like, I wasn't feeling the lyrics like straight up, or because sometimes, when I'm drunk, everything sounds dope. You know what I'm saying? When I was drunk, everything sounds dope when I was drunk. But now when I listen to music, I always be like, damn, like there was really no bars in that shit. Like what was I listening to? Like the beat's there, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they flow, but then you listen to the lyrics, and then you're just like simple, simple. So it's like
And
it's
that
nothing
Simon,
to really
we on that
really.
Simon Cowell shit, man. Like next, like next.
I want to get there. I want to get to the point where it's like, oh, that shit is trash. Send the next one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. Like, oh shit, this shit's dope. All right. Or oh, this shit's trash. Send the next one. Like, I want to get to that point for sure. But then, like we just talked about earlier, like how we mentioned, I don't think the community's ready for shit like that, man. For real. Like
real critiquing.
For real. Like, I don't
your
think
music
that
is not that good.
I don't think that people are ready for that shit, bro. Like everybody, we need to
Yeah,
support
hella
you.
hate early on for doing that shit, man.
Coolio gotta be the most blunt dude. Like I was loving watching Coolio too because
Hella hate for that shit early on. Fuck, man, I couldn't stand it.
you was hella
After a
blunt
while.
though. You was hella blunt though. That's what I liked about you.
That
That's
shit
what I
was
told
annoying.
Chin. I was
After a
like,
while, I got
okay,
annoying. People kept messaging me and shit saying I'm a bum. I don't know anything. What the fuck, dude? You know what I be doing, bro?
Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, we need more uplifting first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need that
I
support
can't even put
first,
motherfuckers
and
down
then
anymore like that, man.
everything else comes afterwards. But it all starts with a strong foundation in my eyes. That's what I think.
Facts. News.
But yeah, I see your poster in the back says a few actually walk it, man. Tell me about that, Austin.
Oh, that's my girl's poster.
Man, you supposed to make a lie, bro. You supposed to say, yeah, that's me right there. Like that's
No,
what
her
I
desk,
go by.
her desk was actually back there, and then I convinced her to move her desk stuff into our bedroom so I could have that spot for my podcast area and stuff. So
I would have took credit, Austin. I would have said, hell yeah, man. That's how I feel like every day.
That shit dope. That's my
I'm an
girl
honest
shit.
gentleman, man.
All right.
I was the one that wanted to get rid of it. What are you talking about?
No kind of motivation right there. Yeah, Ricky you guys got some dope ass shit in the back. I got like fucking toys and shit, bro. Cause this right here, if you guys, these are just like little king shit that my boy gave me. You know, it means something to me because my boy is my boy. You know what I mean? So, I'm a Kings fan, and then Muhammad Ali right there to tell me not to give up, just keep standing up. Like every time I feel like giving up, I look at that right there for real. But ain't nothing special though. I like you guys' banners. I need a new banner in my shit.
Man, hit up James Lee, man. The Octoprince, man. Like he'll hook you up with one. I know that guy's been he's trying to grow his brand too.
Me and him was actually talking for a minute, and then I think he tried to send me something, and it got lost in the mail or some shit like that.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
And then he hit me up again, like, "Hey, that shit got returned to me." He's like, "Is your address correct?" I was like, "Yeah, it's his right address." And then he even showed me the package, like it got returned to him. So after a while, we just kind of like, fuck it. Never got through with that. But yeah, that's what happened with that.
So what is next for you guys, man? Like, now that I got 3 content creators in here, man. What is the next move for you guys? Coolio, I'll start with you.
Oh, what am I doing next, man? Oh shit, just for content and stuff like that outside of my personal life. I just want to do shows, man. Shows is where it's at. It's so fucking fun, man. Just commanding a crowd, watching how they react to what I do on stage and shit. It feels great it feels awesome just to meet new artists and like fucking meet people who own these establishments and just talk to them about how they do everything and handle everything. It's dope. Money's solid, you know, so there's a good return on it and shit, but just commanding music and just like, you know, weaving it and shit, it's fucking fun. So that's more shows. That's what I want to do. That's what I plan to do. So
are you planning to do like your own production too, since you're DJing at these events, or are you just moderating the music?
That's moderating music. That's it. I'm the sound guy. Basically, I'm like, again, Chin handles everything. I'm just the guy in the background who's the support team. That's why I'm saying it's okay. You don't have to be the main event, man. You just gotta be the support team. That's all.
The motor, bro. The motor.
Yeah.
Nobody ever sees under the hood, but that shit go, right?
Yeah. I'm the old line. He's fucking Zeke and Dash.
Hey, without you, nothing can happen, man.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't run the ball without you.
What about you, Austin?
That's
man,
how
what's
I see
next?
it, so, yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad. But Austin, what's next for you, bro? I know you said you were coming back, but anything else, man?
Coming back with hopefully bigger, better guests. I'm not saying, you know, my last guests weren't big or weren't better. I appreciate all my guests that came on. Coolio, we still got link up.
Facts. We haven't chopped it up yet, though. For sure. I'm always game.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, just, you know, better content, better quality content. I know I haven't touched my stuff in forever, so everything's a little choppy, everything's a little dusty. So I gotta, you know, re-oil the machine and come back bigger and better for our Hmong people, you know, and not even for Hmong people. I'm trying to gravitate towards more other on the outsides now too. So it's try to, you know, bring more audience and more eyes into our community. So
A few actually walk it, Austin. Your poster in the back. So you better walk it, man. You better walk it. Keep
maybe I
looking
just
at
need to
that
read it. Maybe one day I'll just read it and it'll happen.
Well,
Right
you
on,
DC, what's next for you, man?
Same old, man. I'm just gonna slowly drop content here and there. I'm not gonna be going as hard as I used to anymore. you know, because I just don't have the hype that much because I'm not drunk anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to love getting drunk and then just go at it. But now it's just like I'm sober, so it's like when someone's sending me music or somebody plays a song, and then I'm like, all right, yeah, let me see what they got. If I feel like that, then I'll record it. Just like Chin, you know, I like Chin's music. I like what he do, so I did one earlier. I just got done editing and we jumped on here, but other than that, I'm just sitting back watching how the community pops out.
I think it's great that that we can all just talk about like our what we're currently doing, as content creators. I know for myself, I'm taking a step back, but I love seeing growth, when it comes to like collaborating with either content creators, podcasters, or even guests that I have on the podcast, man. I think that's what makes me really motivated to see like, we're all doing practically the same thing. We're all chasing something. We're all trying to achieve something. And again, man, like we were saying before, dude, like the only way we can break out of these molds or out of these glass ceilings, if you want to call it like that, is to work together, man. Like we can't tear each other down. And if there is like any critiquing or and stuff like that, like don't get at each other's throats. If there's real critiquing, we critique each other in a way where we build each other to be better. And I think that's what's truly missing in our community. It's like we say one thing and then people twist it, or like they feel like some type of way if they hear like, oh man, I'm not that good, or insecurities come out and shit like that.
It's an awesome picture, man. Remember that.
Yeah, just keep doing like we just said earlier. Just keep doing you. Just keep looking forward. Don't look to your left. Don't look to your right. It's a long run. It's a long run.
Well, I appreciate your guys' time on this podcast, man. And thank you, Austin, for jumping on. I know this was
Thank
like,
you for having me.
I wasn't
man.
even planning
that
to
was
have
random
Austin
as
on the
hell.
podcast. It was just he literally just messaged me. So thank you for even
Hey,
wanting to
I
jump
had
on.
to shoot my shot. You guys were talking about some great points in that, our community needs to hear. I know we talk about it all the time, Ricky and DC, that our community needs to hear this stuff. Without us having these conversations and us coming together, like you guys were saying, to collab and talk about this stuff, ain't nobody gonna be doing it. And our community, our generation, younger generation, is not gonna grow if we don't come together and start something. So it's really up to you guys for doing this. Ricky, congratulations on 100 episodes, man. We're very proud of you.
For real.
But yeah,
Big.
before I wrap things up though, man, I just want to say thank you to all three of y'all for coming on to this episode, the live episode. I haven't done one in a long time, so talking live and like just and having people tune in to watching our stuff. Again, man, like I have for those who are listening or watching right now, I have 2 more episodes that are going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks, and then I'll be taking a break for the rest of the year. So just make sure you guys all like, share, and subscribe to not just Spoiler Force Podcast, but follow FAX News, Wange, and see. Follow Kuelio's business too on Facebook, Cool's Computers. Make sure y'all follow Platinum Podcast, follow DC, follow all of us on every social media that's available and whatnot, and continue to support us. And the only way we can grow is just through your support too. And if you guys felt some type of way about what we had to say, I don't care. We already said it, so can't take that shit back.
Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the
DM
comments.
me, DM me. Subscribe to my channel and then DM me.
No, but honestly, man, I can't thank you guys enough, man. This
All good.
This milestone of hitting 100 episodes, man. I still find it really surreal too. It's like grinding out all these episodes and talking to a variety of people. I really wanted to make this specific episode like special, and I'm glad that the Facebook timelines and shit like reminded me of certain things. I was like, okay, you know what? I haven't talked to Kuelio and DC in a while. Why not just bring these guys on for this 100th episode, and including Austin, man, to bring him on to this too. But yeah, man, y'all got any last words before we wrap this up?
No, man. Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us on. It was fun.
It's dope. It was dope.
Congratulations.
It was a pleasure, as always. Congrats on 100
For sure.
episodes. DC, keep doing your thing. Send me a link up for sure. I'm always game for that. Shout outs Wange and Teach and Chilateo. Saturday I need to get drunk. So yeah. Go Vikes.
It is.
All right, yeah. You know, Ricky, keep doing your thing. I know you're gonna be going on a break, but hey, come back strong. Community's here for you. You know, DC. Nice seeing you again, man. Been a minute,
Love.
Coolio. Yeah, for sure. We're gonna be linking up real soon.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, man. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Again, like, share, and subscribe to all of our content. If you missed out on this episode, this will be on audio and on YouTube in the next couple of days or so. You can check it out there. And again, thank you guys so much and have a great day. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, and rate Spoiler Force Podcast. If you have any guest recommendations, comments, questions, concerns, or criticism, you can email me at rickyvang92@gmail.com or message me online on any of my social media platforms.